October 10th, 2011, Monday Night Raw was on a so-and-so called lockout. The Superstars walked out last week. Did the Superstars return? Did Triple H maintain order? Well, we'll find out in this Raw review. The show kicks off with none other than Mr. COO HHH himself, Triple H, coming down to the ring. Triple H basically says that he doesn't need the talent. He can wrestle Broom for 2 hours and it'd be more entertaining than what he sees. You know, he's going to keep on giving you guys, us fans, what you want. And that's a fight. Those are matches that people care about, so fans can be interested in what is going on. Triple H basically kept on saying that he doesn't need those guys who are camping outside to have a Raw show. Out comes Mr. Boy Scout himself, John Cena. John Cena comes out, basically says he'll never leave the company because he loves the WWE Universe too much. Makes sense. Out comes Sheamus. Sheamus basically said that he respects Triple H, everything he does. The reason why he wanted to beat him is because he had so much respect for him that he wanted to beat him really, really bad. Makes sense. Everything here kind of made sense, what they said. Punk comes out, you know, gets all ready, talks about how he started this, you know, it was his bad, but, you know, he did it for different reasons. His contract was ending. He was here to make a statement, not because it was the cool thing to do. He did it because it was his beliefs, but also his beliefs are kicking ass because this is professional wrestling. That's what we do on a daily basis. So CM Punk and Triple H, Sheamus, John Cena are in the ring. Triple H says, well, I'm wearing a striped shirt. You two want to wrestle. Punk, there's a commentary desk open. Why don't you go commentate? And so our first match of the evening is John Cena versus Sheamus. We go to commercial. Cena and Sheamus are back at it, you know, wrestling in the ring. Punk's doing commentary. All that razzmatazz. And then all of a sudden,
Vince Kennedy McMahon makes his return to the ring.
That's right,
Vince Kennedy McMahon is back. Oh.
So what is Vince gonna do? Vince basically tells everyone to fuck off. Punk, HHH, and Cena fuck off and go back to the back. He basically sums it down to Triple H. Triple H, you're no longer the COO. In fact, no one in the McMahons is the COO or going to take over as Raw. Well, technically he's no longer the COO. He's still the COO, Triple H, but he no longer controls Raw. And they're going to try to find a general manager throughout the weeks to come. But until then, the interim general manager is John Laurinaitis is interim Raw general manager. Fans are booing. They're pissed that John Laurinaitis is now the interim general manager. This was a good move. This whole opening segment was pretty good. It got people to get behind the baby faces, solidified who's a face and who's not, you know. Had the fans into it that, oh, this is what we're going to get tonight. There's no other Raw Superstars. This is what we're going to get. You know, working with what they got, that was pretty cool. That was interesting. And then overall having McMahon come back, basically breaking news, John Laurinaitis is now the new GM, now the new person who runs Raw. Pretty sets up John Laurinaitis and Triple H maybe not feuding in a match, but feuding with each other in the near future. John Laurinaitis is the new GM. Fans are hating it. Good segment, WWE. Next thing you know, all the WWE superstars come back from basically doing their little walkout. John Morrison says, hey, John Laurinaitis, you suck very much because I'm John Morrison. John Laurinaitis says, you know what? You have a match. Get out there, kid. Christian walks out of nowhere. Hey, kid. You're going to lose to John Laurinaitis in your street clothes. Christian and John Morrison have a match, and ain't no make-believe. John Morrison gets spears out of the WWE. Good luck in your future endeavors. John Morrison, we're going to see you in TNA. Pretty much I can sum it up. Christian jobbed John Morrison, and then afterwards, the whole gang, Cody Rhodes, Ziggler, and Swagger hit their finishers on him. That doesn't say goodbye, John Morrison. I don't know what does. Next up, we had World Heavyweight Champion Mark Henry coming out to the ring, basically saying that Big Show is trying to ruin him, but he won't let Big Show ruin him. They show a nice video package about Big Show and Mark Henry. Big Show gets the world title shot, so we got Big Show versus Henry at Vengeance for the World Heavyweight Championship. Good move, because it's rehashing an old feud that Mark Henry never really got to finish, and it's someone different other than Randy Orton. It's keeping it fresh to world title scene and not keeping it at the stagnant pace where no one cares about it anymore. It's keeping it fresh with different opponents, with a champion no one really likes, so it gets people to tune in to watch it. Very good move, SmackDown, on that part. Next, so Mark Henry does have a match, so he's facing Randall Keith Orton. Randy Orton and Mark Henry come out, not as good as any of their pay-per-view matches. Ending comes with Orton DQ thanks to Cody Rhodes coming out, and this is the... If Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton are not feuding for that IC strap, there is no point in this feud happening. I'm sorry. People can be happy all they want that, oh, it's Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton, but the fact of the matter is, the IC strap needs to be put on the line. If the IC strap is not on the line, if there's no point in this except to get Cody Rhodes to face Randy Orton one-on-one, I don't see the point. Put the IC title on the line. Make that belt mean something. Do not have it where Cody Rhodes just holds that belt throughout this feud, not defending that title, and then losing it to Ted DiBiase later on, probably in the later parts of the year. So that way, you guys can fucking make that belt into a joke again. Put that strap on the line and make it matter. Make it matter, because Randy Orton's that type of superstar that could make the IC belt matter. He's a former long-reigning Intercontinental Champion. If WWE remembers that, it could help them, and they can use this to make this a good feud for the IC title. But this is just a feud where these two are wrestling a match one-on-one. No fucking point. Simple as that. No fucking point. But we will have to wait and see. Hopefully the IC strap is on the line, because you need that IC title to mean something once again. And in the Divas division, we had a tag match. Oh my fucking... How many times are we going to get this? I am sick and tired of the same tag team match with Kelly and Eve versus two heel divas. Can we change it up? Seriously? Do we need to force feed Kelly and Eve every 2 seconds? I am tired, and the Divas division is just not interesting anymore. You don't have anything good going for it. You just don't know how to write for it. The Divas of Doom are not doing anything. It's the same old crap. You're not making it where I have to care. The only thing that made me care about the Divas division was when Beth attacked Kelly. And then when Beth and Natalia were cutting these promos. That was it. And then afterwards, you guys go, make the same old tag team matches with the face divas versus the heel divas, and the face divas will win, and then the heel divas will win once, and then they attack some random face diva on SmackDown. It's like, God, let's change it up, WWE. Let's make it interesting. Not the same old shit. Come on. Sorry if it seems like I'm ranting, but I'm tired of the Divas division sucking. It's just god-awful. God dang. Can't we just have it where you make it interesting and we don't see the same type of matches every week? And God, this match was atrocious. Rosa Mendes botching up in the beginning was just, let's just skip this segment. Oh my God, I am getting flustered talking about it. Triple H and John Laurinaitis basically look at each other, and Triple H asks them this question: do you know what it's like to pick your teeth up on the ground with broken fingers? And walks away. Oh, by the way, John Laurinaitis also came out after the Divas match, and he announced this: John Laurinaitis, since I'm the GM of Raw, can announce anything he wants. And John Laurinaitis announced that John Cena gets his automatic rematch for the WWE title against Alberto Del Rio. Woo! The hits keep on getting bigger. Next up, after John Laurinaitis announced that, we get a tag team match, a 6-man tag team match between Baby Batista, Mason Ryan, and Ziggler, whatever you want to call him, Dolph Ziggler and Jack Swagger, with David Otunga. Now, I just want to point one thing out before going to the match. When I thought David Otunga was getting this lawyer gimmick, I thought he was going to play kind of like a Jonathan Coachman role, where his role was not really an in-ring competitor, but as a role where, you know, he kind of manages superstars and looks more as a backstage bitch, pretty much like kind of what Coach was, featured on a commentary table, you know, kind of like what Jonathan Coachman was. Not a wrestler, but it is what it is, you know. We can't have everything perfect. So, this 6-man tag match, it was pretty good in my opinion. Swagger had a nice reversal on Evan Bourne when Evan Bourne was doing his knee thing, in my opinion. Sick powerbomb. To be honest, I thought this was a pretty solid 6-man tag team match. Mason Ryan gets a pin over Dolph Ziggler, so which means Mason Ryan, they're looking like they're going to build up a Mason Ryan Ziggler feud for the US belt, which to me makes sense. I mean, he's a new up and coming star, and we always bitch about there's no new stars being made. Let's test the waters with Mason Ryan. I mean, he has the look of Batista, for fuck's sakes. People got him confused as Batista. He's a guy that's big and ever so improving in the ring. So pretty much I feel Mason Ryan and Dolph Ziggler could be a good U.S. title match in the near future. We'll just have to wait and see. After that, we get our main event of the evening. Oh, wait, before that, I forgot one thing about the John Laurinaitis segment. My bad, guys. I'm sorry, I'm not perfect. No one's perfect. John Laurinaitis basically says this, that pretty much JR expired. That's it. And what this made me think in my head, just me personally, my opinion, that they're not going to find a new Raw general manager, that Triple H is going to come back into power. Pretty much that's all I got from this. Next up, we got our main event of the evening, CM Punk versus Alberto Del Rio. And it's funny. WWE, you're going to Mexico this weekend. You're going to Mexico all this week. You don't mention that fact whatsoever, that Del Rio is going to come home as the champion in Mexico. Not once did you mention that. You probably did slip it, but you didn't make a big deal about it. I mean, he's the first ever Mexican-born champion WWE. This is something that you can market to the Mexican fans. Hell, he's not even on the cover of WWE 12 in Mexico. Sin Cara is. Mystico, the guy who uses freaking steroids for his knees, is on the cover over Del Rio, who's your WWE champion. Two-time WWE champion, should I add. And not only that, Del Rio just didn't look good against Punk tonight. I'm not going to lie. I just felt Punk was controlling most of the match. It was a fine matchup. But then this happened, and I knew it was going to happen. Instead of giving Del Rio a big win heading to his hometown of Mexico and making him worthwhile as a champion in Mexico, we're just going to throw him in a tag team match. And John Laurinaitis brings back Miz and R-Truth. You suck, you suck, you suck, you suck. They do a rap, and we get a tag team main event. Feels like I'm watching SmackDown, for fuck's sakes. But pretty much, Miz and R-Truth and CM Punk and Alberto Del Rio, they kind of tag in and out a little bit, feel each other out, have a decent in-ring chemistry. Del Rio gets to this one point where he tags Punk and he's injured, so he walks away. There is your WWE champion, people. The heel Alberto Del Rio, who's supposed to be very credible in Mexico, supposed to be the big Mexican star, and he's walking away from the main event. He's going to his hometown next week, baby. Oh boy. I'm sorry. I know I may seem like it's taking it personally, but your champion's supposed to be this guy that looks strong and credible, not look like a puss bag and leave a match. I don't care. I just wish they did something with Del Rio, and it makes it feel like, wow, they're just going to Mexico, and he's not going to even look like a viable champion, in my opinion. I hear even at house shows he's losing by disqualification. Are you serious? God damn. Book this guy right. CM Punk basically gets beat up by both R-Truth and Miz at the end of the match, causing it a double DQ. Triple H Hunter himself comes out, beats the living shit out of Miz and R-Truth. Punk and Triple H have the whole, advantage. John Laurinaitis comes out. Hey, John Laurinaitis here. You know what? I want to see how Triple H and CM Punk work as a tag team versus R-Truth and The Miz. Pretty much that's what ended Raw, with Triple H and CM Punk ending. What I thought about Raw tonight. As you can tell, I was ranting about a little bit of themes, but these are themes that have been bugging me as of late, watching Monday Night Raw, and keep on repetitively happening. Did we get 3 announced matches for Vengeance tonight? Yes, we did, and I'm fine with that, Vengeance is 2 weeks away. We got the World Heavyweight title match, that was announced on SmackDown, but they finally solidified it on Raw. Looks like maybe Orton Rhodes, hopefully for the IC title, WWE. Looks to be slated. We have Cena Del Rio, makes sense. Cena is a former champion. And overall, just this Raw just felt kind of like it was newsworthy as hell. I mean, R-Truth and Miz coming back, that's cool and all. It was newsworthy, but it just wasn't feel entertaining to me. It just didn't really click. I do like how they, announced the matches, but there was so much stuff that, as you can tell in my video, I was so frustrated about. Being a fan as myself, in my opinion, I was frustrated with this. It just really, really, just didn't really flow. So I'm going to give this Raw a C. Nothing else, nothing lower. Just a C. It was average. We got our matches announced for Vengeance. We got some decent in-ring action. But then overall, storyline development and everything else just kind of was like, eh. So tell me what you guys thought down below. Comment down there. Subscribe up above for more video content by me, ChaseOliver68. Give me a big old thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever. Follow me on Twitter, ChaseOliver68. Add me on Skype. Everything's ChaseOliver68, people. And I say have a good Monday night. Go Bears, go.